Hey y'all, it's Susie. Today we're going to be doing the No Pan Left Behind. I wasn't planning on doing another project pan, but this one's going to actually play into it. I'm no longer doing the two betweens because I've now got a pretty good understanding of what these eyeshadows are, so I don't need to do it two shades. My biggest project now, as far as eyeshadows go, is to really use them all. We've used the eyeshadows, several of them, we've used them, I say we, me, I've used them over the year, or over the first of the year, and they already have been used. Now, I've got a wheel that we're going to use to do the project panning and everything, but if it does roll around and one of the projects that's either in a project pan or has already been used, we'll just let it be marked as used, and then it will no longer be in the mix because I just put all of my eyeshadow palettes into a wheel and I didn't want to kind of go through and fight to try to get them out. All right, so I was trying to do the screen record earlier. I had to stop and redo it because it was just way too much trying to get that all lined up. So we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way where we put my screen onto the device. So I'm not sure exactly what my rules will be. One use per pan. But of course I can use it more, but I'm going to document it. I've got on my good notes on my iPad, I also have digital planners that I use to really track all of my makeup usage the best. It's because it's just right there and so much easier for me to do. So we did do this on the first one, and it gave me the Natasha Denona Baby Gold, the Mini Gold. Oh wait, is that Mini? I don't have my eyeshadows. I don't have my, oh, because that's the Mini Gold. So that's not the same one. See, I thought that one that I picked the first time was the Baby Gold, but it's not. It's actually the Mini Gold, which is the one that has the greens in it. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that because I did roll it in because it's now going to take it out of the equation. The Mini Gold is the one that's going to be called in. So that's only 5 shades. That will be fairly easy to do. So we're going to spin another one. All right, and that is, get my glasses on, Mountain Trail. All right, so that one is the Mountain Trail, and that has 9 shades, and again, I think that we could definitely go for sure. So let's go ahead and I'm trying to get this as easy as I can on here. The Zendo, that is the Zendo palette. It's actually quite funny because I was just telling my husband that I was going to go ahead and do this. Me and him was chatting last night, and I was telling him, I was like, I'm going to do where I put everything in the wheel, and I'm going to roll it to see which ones I want to go through. I said, and so more than likely one of the first ones it's going to give me is that Zendo palette, because that's kind of like what I do not like. I've only used it once, so I'm being irresponsible or however you want to phrase it, to really dub it as a horrible palette, because I don't even know if it's a horrible palette. I just haven't used it. I used it one time and I was like, no, we're not going to use that. So I find it funny that we was talking about I was going to get the Zendo palette, and I got the Zendo palette. So, all right. Now, realistically, I would see this is going to probably take up a while because it's going to take me a while to use all of these pans. So I'm going to pull in one more palette. Give me a good one. I mean, I am happy that I got 2 Natasha Denonas, so not mad at all about that. And then we have Milani Call Me Old Fashioned, which is a which is one of my drugstores. And that makes me very happy. So that does make me very happy. We have the Mini Gold. We have the Mountain Trail. We have the Zendo palette. And then we also have the Call Me Old Fashioned. So give me a minute, and I'm going to go get them and I'll show you. All right, so we do have to redo the Call Me Old Fashioned. I thought this was the pure matte one. I've done this one. I've done this eyeshadow. Actually, I've done it a couple times because I really enjoyed it. So we're going to have to redo with the Milani one. So we're going to go that we hopefully get another drugstore. My Rose Will Go On by Essence, which is great. It's a little mini. All right, which it's Essence, so that's great. And it's a drugstore, which we was wanting, so let me go grab these. All right. So right out of the gate was my Natasha Denona's Baby Gold, which I'm very excited to use this one. It's created and done some damage. So this is the Baby Gold, and trying to not blind y'all while still letting you see the palette. And I only have to use this one time. So I don't feel like it would be that bad. I feel it could either be a one palette look or even just two, you know. So that will be pretty easy to get out. I don't foresee that being a problem at all this month, but sometimes I pull in over my head, so we'll see about that. So the next one is the Mountain Trail. And it's not Natasha Denona. It is Sydney Grace's Mountain Trail palette. And it is very green and like orange. So these are, in my opinion, the orangey gold. I'm not a huge fan of gold, like yellow gold. I like variations of gold, just not yellow gold. So those are going to be a little bit hard, but I don't know. I am excited to try this one. I'm excited to try it out and to see how it's all gonna work out. We do not have any use, like I've used it since I bought it, but very little, and then I tucked it away, as I generally do with palettes. Let me rephrase that, as I generally used to do with palettes. Now I just want to use them all. All right. and then the third one, which is going to be a bit of a nightmare to show these palettes, is Natasha Denona's palettes are always very shimmery, shiny, wants everybody to see it. So, and I think I maybe swatched a couple of them, and I used this shade for sure, and maybe this shade or even this shade. I can't remember which one, but that's the one that did me for a carduncle, and I was like, oh well, I'm not ready for that. To be honest, I'm very excited. I am very excited to use this one. It's a love-hate relationship. I love it because it's Natasha Denona. So I love it. I love the product. I love everything, but I hate it because these are those powder to cream, and I'm not sure I've really done that. So I'm kind of excited to use it because then I will have experience having done that, but then at the same time I'm kind of nervous because I haven't had experience. So it's those things. And then our final one is the My Rose Will Go On. I don't know if it's Rose. My Rose Will Go On or Rose. I don't know, but it's My Rose Will Go On. And it's new. We just bought it. We just bought this not too long back when me and my husband had went over to Ulta, and we were just having like a, go in and buy a few things. And I really wanted to try these little Essence little 6-pan palettes because so many people have talked about them, and it's been a while since people's really talked about them. So I was like, I really want to try one. And so we just picked up 3. I was eventually going to just pick up 2, but my husband picked up Ice Ice Baby. So we got all 3. And I think that's it. That is all of them. So in reality, all these shimmery shinies, in reality, these should not really be any issues for me to be able to use. They should be able to be easy, usable. I do have other things going in other project pans, but for the most part, I'm going to try to focus pretty much all of my energy on these. And then this is my first time doing a no pan left behind. So if at the end of no project left behind, I'm like, I blew through those and I had to grab others, and that's going to be fine. Plus, I also have my Sultry palette, which is my Old Faithful, and I've got some very exciting news on it. I'm so excited. So, I probably poofed it, but I got excitement. And also, which with the Sultry palette will be getting used throughout the week or throughout the months, as is my Tarte palette and my 2 flowers that are in it together. These 2 are better together, and they're part of the annual project pan. So it's to try to use as much use out of those as I can. And I want to use all of my makeup, because as I'm using all of my makeup, as an example, if I use this and I was like, oh my God, that's horrible, that's hideous, I'm getting rid of it. That's just all it is. I did my uses, I'm going to get rid of it. And that's what I will be doing. So it will be ways to help me declutter my stuff if need be, but it's also ways to use my stuff so that way I use all of my stuff. And again, I have to figure out how I'm going to incorporate my single shades into some form of something that is not going to pin me completely down, but still make me use them regularly. Anyways, if you got ideas, you can hit me up with some great ideas, because I'm telling you, I will do it all or I will do nothing. Like, I will do everything I'm supposed to do, or I will be like, oh my God, I didn't want to do it anyways. And I'm trying to wade away from that. And that means having things to do, but the freedom to do other things as well. So I need that. That's what I need. Okay, I'm going to let y'all go. I am excited to do my makeup. I'm excited to get going. This is my Sultry palette, and I was very, very excited with how it worked out today. And also, I will be doing a everyday makeup drawer. I am trying to also, that's other things that I'm doing. I've got other project pans that are in my makeup, and I have everyday makeup drawers. So I'm pretty much like that little kid that wants the cake and wants to eat it too. That's me with makeup. I'm that little kid with cake that wants to eat it too. So yeah, that's totally me. I want to buy all the makeup and I want to use all the makeup, but we only have so much time. So I'm going to have to be doing an everyday makeup drawer. I'm going to have to update all of that and get some new fresh stuff in here, so that way I can get new fresh stuff and have fun with it. All right, guys, we'll see you in the very next time. Hit me up on the comments if you think that there is any project pan that is going to realistically keep me on the reels for doing my single palettes or single shades, because I really want to do those too. And I was doing good at first. The first year I was doing great. I was kind of going back and forth, and then I just kind of went on to the eyeshadow palettes and zeroed in on it, and the rest of it kind of got left behind. So, all right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.